Hey guys, Yips here, coming at you with another video, and this is going to be a tips and tricks for world questing as Warlock. So right now, Warlock is probably one of the best world questers in the game. Destro Warlocks are just absolutely insane at it. So obviously in this video, I'm going to recommend you guys play Destro for your world quests. Obviously if it's a single target mob, Affliction's very powerful for that sort of a scenario, but literally anything else that's not single target, Destro is just miles ahead right now. So what makes it so good? So the talent setup you're going to be running is Flashover, Reverse Entropy, Cataclysm, Roaring Blaze, and Channel Demon Fire. All of these talents are pretty standard. You can switch Burning Rush to either Demon Skin or Dark Pact for much more defensive tools. I highly recommend you do that. It's going to make your life a lot easier. I'm greedy and use Burning Rush because I'm greedy. Don't do it. You're going to die a lot more because of not picking one of these two defensive talents. In terms of your PvP talents, you're going to want to be running Bane of Havoc and Entrenched in Flames. I use Cremation for a little bit of extra DPS. However, the two key components here are going to be Bane of Havoc and Entrenched in Flames. The reason that these are key components is because Entrenched in Flames causes the mobs to get rooted for 3 seconds while they're inside of your Bane of Havoc, so they not only cannot hit you, but they also are inside of your Havoc in order for you to cast Chaos Bolt on all of them. So I'm going to show you guys what this looks like for world questing. So the general idea is you're going to go around, group up a bunch of monsters, and do a huge AoE burst on them. Now, however many monsters you're comfortable with, you can pull. If it's all melee monsters, you can pull more than normal. So right here, I'm just going to go ahead and pull these 5 guys right here together, along with these 3 over here. Some of them are range, so it's going to be a little bit annoying trying to get them together. But either way, what you're going to do is you're going to cast Shadow Fury, you're going to cast Cataclysm, put your Bane of Havoc on the ground, Conflagrate, and then cast 1 Chaos Bolt, and they all should be dead at that point. And that's generally how the build works. It works exceptionally better if they're all melee monsters, obviously, because they'll be inside your AoE window, but even if there's some range monsters in the mix, it's usually not too big of a deal because you can just deal with them after just fine because you are running that Voidwalker. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here because the mobs keep running after me. But yeah, that's how the build works. It's extremely powerful for any sort of, kill count world quest, any sort of world quest where there's just mobs that aren't elite. That's really important. The mobs, generally speaking, should not be elite. If they're elite, you're going to have a little bit more problems than normal, just due to the fact that they're not going to die in your Havoc window, and then they're going to go on you, and you're going to have a bad time. So I'm going to show you guys this burst rotation again, just in a second here. After I kill these guys, I can heal up. And while you're waiting for your cooldowns to come back, I highly recommend you just pull 1 to 2 monsters in between, just for efficiency's sake. But either way, whenever that Bane of Havoc and Shadow Fury and Cataclysm is off cooldown, you can just guarantee yourself 10 quick kills. Super, super, super easy. So let's go in here. Oh, my Voidwalker's almost dead. Let's res him. Very, very easy to do. It might take some practice. It can be scary sometimes because you can die very easily. It's a lot of monsters and Warlocks are very squishy, but you're utilizing the fact that you have just insane burst as well as crowd control in order to survive here. So we're going to go ahead and group up a bunch of monsters, however many we can get here. Try to get them all centered if we can. So we're going to go ahead and cast the Shadow Fury, to the Cataclysm, Bane of Havoc, Conflagrate, and then we're going to cast a Chaos Bolt. Now, it's worth noting that you can use Mortal Coil inside of this Havoc, and it will Mortal Coil every single monster. Now, you want to be a little bit careful with that because it will sometimes run them out of your Havoc circle. However, that being said, it can save your life because Mortal Coil not only heals you for a lot, but it also CCs the monsters. So again, Destro, really, really good for world questing. Hopefully this was just a little tip for you guys. Hopefully, you guys utilize it maybe if you weren't before. It's really, really good for world questing, and it's honestly a lot of fun. So thanks for watching. I want to make some more tips and tricks videos for dungeons and stuff like that in the future, so stay tuned and have a good day, everybody.